During this spring's town meeting season, a lot of small communities have been grappling with signing on to accept their share of cost of bringing high-speed broadband internet to every corner of the Commonwealth. For years, the volunteer nonprofit citizens group Wired West has been leading that charge, and we spoke recently with their legal and governance chair, Steve Nelson, for an update on the effort.
You talked about this is going on for years. It has, but you get to a point where it's really comes together. So what this really involves is two things. One, people in the towns that we're working with, 32 towns, have to sign up in advance and put down a $49 deposit. And in each town, we've got to get 40% of the households. So we're really working on that. A number of towns have already qualified. The second part is go to town meeting. There has to be a vote to authorize the borrowing that these towns are going to undertake, because the towns are putting up about 65% of the money, and the state is putting up 35%. So we're just at the cusp of all these town meetings, spring town meetings, starting to happen.
I know you were telling me you had a really late night last night. You got more to come, so we extra appreciate you making the trip into our studios from your home in Berkshire.
This is in the afternoon.
Berkshire County, right? Is home base for you, I
yes,
think.
That's
yeah,
right. That's
exactly. Right. The business model that Wired West came up with, and you worked hard on this, and it is you need to get 40% participation in the member towns. $49 you're asking people, basically a deposit to say, yeah, I'm going to be part of this. I want to do it. The money, as you project it with that number of people participating, will pay the costs. There'll be profit, if you will, when you're a nonprofit.
Right,
and that profit basically is going to go back to the towns that have committed money up front to take care of some of their debt service. It really is working out, it seems.
Well, of course, we haven't accomplished this yet, but I appreciate that. Well, the idea is that at 40% of people in the towns taking the service, that covers our operating expenses, certain reserves we have to maintain, and it will cover the town's debt service, their loan, the interest and principal on their loans. That's a big deal because the towns are making a major commitment. This is a big deal. It's a lot of money involved for them. These are very small towns. So if all works out, and our business plan certainly points in that direction, that we will, after about 5 years, start to repay the towns back. So there's a ramp up while we build and bring on new customers. But that's the goal.
And you talked about the fact that we're talking small communities in many cases. We're talking overall a pretty small population of people, and that's why you've been underserved. It really hasn't been worthwhile financially for a normal telephone company, a cable provider, to go in and literally go to the trouble stringing wires, putting in cable, putting up poles and maintaining them. You've been woefully underserved for a lot of years.
Yeah, because these are very small towns. I mean, they range in population from a few hundred to maybe a couple of thousand. I mean, not even that. And they're scattered. This is a very rural area. Through Franklin County, Hampshire County, Berkshire County, a little bit of the western part of Hampden County. And the cable providers and Verizon look at that and say, there's not enough money for us to make here. And look, that's their judgment. They have a business model. They have shareholders. They need a return on investment. And that's why, as a municipal cooperative where we don't have to make a profit, we can do this where the private sector can't.
And you have personally pretty good understanding of this whole thing, because I know your background is consumer electronics, cable TV business, communications. You get this totally from both sides.
Yeah, I was an analyst and journalist covering cable, broadband, consumer electronics, as you mentioned, for many years. I understand what's going on in this business. And really what we're part of is something much bigger. There is a big transition going on to everybody moving to putting in fiber as the platform in which everything is going to be carried over. Television, internet, telephone, all kinds of other things. So we're a small part of that, but this is a huge trend around the country and around the world.
Like the Patrick administration in Boston the last 8 years, Governor Charlie Baker and his administration have committed money to continue the state effort. That was a big deal a couple of months back because everybody was kind of wondering, will we continue to see the same kind of state support? He had said it in the campaign, but till you see some money moving, you're never sure.
Well, it proves that this is a very bipartisan, maybe even nonpartisan activity. This kind of infrastructure is critical to these towns in the same way that when electricity came to these towns, 100 years ago. So I think that we're really appreciative of Governor Baker's support. Governor Patrick really pushed this. He really instigated it in the first place. So I think we're seeing an example of where everybody comes together for the common good. This is critical for economic development, critical for educating our kids, and let's face it, it's also critical for entertainment.
But I mean, let's be fair. It isn't just about folks in the Hilltowns who want to watch YouTube. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You can't really have a community today, in the big sense of the word or the little sense of the word, any size, without good, high-speed internet access. And especially, it seems to me, smaller communities, because it will attract people and businesses, startups, things that can't happen otherwise.
Yeah, we're losing population in Western Mass, and this is a huge problem for the tax base, for the school systems, closing down schools, laying off teachers. And particularly in education, what's happening there is more and more students are sent home to do assignments online, to look at this video, do this research, and they can't do it if you don't have this kind of high-speed connection.
I know you've talked a lot about the fact that the fiber network that's going to be brought in is future-proof for a long time. You've mentioned, I think, 2 decades. That's eons in this electronic age and world, but you folks have really thought this through.
Yeah, and 2 decades is, easily. The fiber, there are cases of fiber having been in the field already for 3 and 4 decades. So the fiber itself, no moving parts, it's just glass, doesn't corrode like copper does. And the key thing is that there is electronics that drive the signal through it. It's actually lasers that go through the glass. So periodically, you have to replace the equipment. And part of our business plan provides for doing that. But you not only replace it, but as everything else goes, 5-7 years down the road, when we go to replace it, that equipment, it's going to be much better. It's going to be capable of delivering more and faster. So the fiber network, without changing the fiber, will actually evolve because the equipment will evolve.
Fair to say, as we run out of time here, that already some towns you've made that 40%, $49 per person, per family commitment, per customer commitment. You feel pretty confident now that moving into town meeting time, the town's got to finalize their commitments. This is coming together.
I do, and I think that there will be bumps in the road like anything else. Some towns are talking about holding it off for a couple of months for a special town meeting. But it's moving forward, has a lot of momentum. And I think it's really remarkable to see people put down money for service they're not going to get for another 2 years or more. It shows you the demand and the hunger for this kind of service.
Well, Steve Nelson, Wired West, continued good luck. Thanks for coming in and spending some time with us.
Thanks again, Jim. Glad to be here.